Hi, this instructional video is about dividing polynomials. Dividing polynomials. The dividend is given as 15x to the fourth plus 6x to the third minus 21x squared minus 12x. So that's the dividend. So we're going to use the fourth grade arithmetic approach by writing that in a quotient form, 15x to the fourth plus 6x to the third minus 21x squared minus 12x. And we would like to divide that by a divisor, 3x. Okay? So now, you probably kind of instinctively tell how to do this. The question is, 3 times what is 15? So you say 5. And x times what will give you x to the fourth? Well, that had to be, the rules of exponents says x to the third. So 3x times 5x cubed becomes 15x to the fourth. Now, just like back in fourth grade, when you were given something such as let's say 48 divided by 3. Your fourth grade teacher will say, 3 goes into 4 how many times without going over? You say 1. And here's what your teacher said. Then you put that 3 over here, junior. And then she told you to put a minus. You never asked why, they just told you to the minus and that's what you did. So 4 minus 3 is 1, and then you brought the second term down. Second number is 8. And then you ask yourself, well, 3 times what will go into the remaining number? In this case, it'll be 6. And to finish this one off, what you said was that's 18. And then once again, you made it opposite. So here's a word that I invented. It's called, you had to oppositize it. And so it goes in perfectly 16 times. The quotient is 16, and that's what you do here. After you find the exact identical 15x to the fourth, you make it opposite. Make it additive inverse. And as it becomes 0, now you bring down the second term, and it is positive 6x to the third. And now you ask yourself, now the 3x times what quotient becomes positive 6x cubed? So do you say that will be positive 2x squared? So what you end up with is also positive 6x cubed. Now that is, you got the exact term, you make it opposite, the additive inverse. So they cancel out. So now the third term comes down as negative 21x squared. So to make it a little go faster, 3x times what will give you negative 21x squared? So you'll say, well, that'll be negative 7x. So 3x times negative 7x is negative 21x. But you don't leave it like that. You have to make it opposite. And as you do, they cancel out. They become 0 completely. And so the last term comes down as negative 12x. And how many times does 3x go into negative 12x? You would say negative 4 exactly. So negative 12x, make it opposite, 0. So 3x goes into 15x fourth plus 6x cubed minus 21x squared minus 12x this many times. That's the quotient, and that becomes the answer. Now, can you do this without having to show all the additive inverse along the way? Oh, no, you don't have to do it that way. You could just do it just straight onto the quotient. So now you try this one. Divide that polynomial. Let's put a parenthesis around this so you can see, by 2x. Okay, so to make this work efficiently, you may want to organize it and write it in a way that I just did previously. And divide the entire polynomial by the divisor, 2x. So the question is, 2x goes into 8x5 how many times? You will say 4x to the fourth. Now, you know that's going to become canceled out, so you just go on to the next one now. 2x times what is 16x to the fourth? You say 2 times 8x to the third. Move right along. 2x times negative, what will 22x squared? That'll be 11x. And finally, 2x times what is 6x? That'll be simply 3. And that would have canceled everything out, and that'll be the exact quotient. There it is.